Hello friends and enemies. It's been a while since we've looked at a McFarlane toy, and it's been a while since we've looked at a My Hero Academia toy. And here we have Endeavor, who I was kind of on the fence about because he's a bit of a jackass. Pride Month, and we celebrate love of all sorts. I have no love for this guy, but he looks pretty cool. I mean, he's got a fire beard. Of course, with the newer My Hero Academia McFarlane packaging, we've got the blue background that shows the figure within. A picture of the actual figure. On the back, we've got the same thing, 22 moving parts for ages 12 and up. If you give this to someone who's under the age of 12, they will have a pot of boiling water thrown onto their face. Yeah, a lot of feelings regarding Endeavor. I haven't really been keeping up. God, can't you open? I haven't been really keeping up with newer episodes or even the newer releases of the manga. So I know he's gone through some character development, but man, this guy is just a dick. But I mean, you're supposed to dislike Endeavor, aren't you? At least when he's first introduced. He's like not a great guy. Eugenics, for sure. First off, I will say is he's very hard to stand up on his own. And that's been kind of a recurring theme with these McFarlane Toys figures. So he does come with a stand. The stand is a little small and a little light though, so it might not work super great for holding him up. It might just tip over. Another thing is that he is really, really stiff. Just his joints do not want to move. They are so crunchy, but he's a new figure. Fresh out of the packaging. It's better crunchy than loose, I guess. Oh, I say that and then I go to move his arm and just, it's so limp. He's got such crunchy legs but such limp arms. This one seems to be okay. It's in like the Goldilocks area of movable but tight. This one though, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. So yeah, we have seen a real improvement with these figures since the first wave. Like if you revisit my reviews on the other figures in this line, in the beginning it was pretty rough, but I think at about the time the Aizawa came out, that's when they started to get a lot better. And I'm really not seeing any major mistakes with the assembly of this one. Everything looks good. Everything looks like it's where it's supposed to be. A little bit of scuffed paint on the belt buckle, but that is okay. I do wonder why he has a trigger finger. Endeavor just going around shooting people.
Anyway, I started blasting.
And the flame effects are really cool. He doesn't come with any fire attacks, but he does come with this extra fire piece that you plug into his back to complete his fire cowl, I guess. Got dog fur on it because my dog sheds everywhere. He's an imposing figure, though it is really noticeable that all his other fire hair effects are in this translucent plastic, and then his fire mustache is just like painted on, which is fine, it looks good, but like if you really pay attention to that, it looks kind of silly. So you just kind of gotta distract your mind, like I do every single day of my life. You can see a nice face sculpt underneath. And his hair is really impressive too. This looks more along the lines of hair you might get in a Figma figure, which is a compliment. Very clean, very sharp, spiky. And I really love the texture on his bodysuit. Like in the anime and maybe even the manga, I'm not sure if that texture is emphasized. Like I don't even know if it's supposed to have a texture, but when you're doing a 3D figure, it helps to have textures. So even if this is considered inaccurate, I think it really works. I could use a splash of paint on these gauntlets and pauldrons though, but that is a minor nitpick. So yeah, terrible person, looks really cool. These pauldrons do have an attachment point right up here on the traps, so they will move out of your way to a degree when you're posing. Man, that arm though. Very impressive butterfly joint at the shoulders. Then you've got an up and down on the arm. I want to say that this is a bicep swivel because that cut is there, but I can't really get it to move, so maybe it is not. Or maybe he's just really stuck. Single elbow, but you don't need a double elbow because his muscles are too big. The wrists only seem to have a swivel. I can't get them to go up or down, and I can't tell, once again, if that's because the joint is stuck or it just does not exist. Pretty sure it just does not exist. Twist at the torso, and you've got some head movement, most notably a tilt, but other than that, his flame beard is going to get in the way. Ooh, and the legs are the parts that are the most crunchy, but he can get up fairly high, she said. Oh, I don't want to make those jokes in regards to this guy. Ooh, out pretty far. He does. This thing keeps falling off. He does have a double knee, but it took some work for me to be able to bend his leg back just because that is such a tight joint. It looks a little strange once you've got it in that position, but once again, it's a toy, so you suspend your disbelief. And he doesn't have up and down on his wrists, but he has it on his ankles, along with a swivel. One thing that does bother me is just the position of this hand. Like, he wants to be holding something, or maybe he's pointing at something. I guess you could kind of make it seem like that, but the fist, the curled fist, makes sense. This one doesn't really. So let's see if this stand will work. He's got peg holes in both his feet. Just a little something to help him stabilize. Yeah, it's not, it doesn't do much. These stands don't really do much, actually. They're just too thin to really support any kind of weight. So something I'm noticing is that he looks a little bit smaller, I think, than he should. I don't know the official height on this guy, but I feel like he should be a lot bigger than Aizawa. Like, clearly he's bigger horizontally, but I mean vertically. I feel like he should be taller. Yeah, according to this chart I found, and I don't know how accurate it is, Aizawa is supposed to be 6 feet, while Endeavor is supposed to be 6'5". And I don't know if that's with the flames or without, but yeah. He should be larger. And I'm wondering if that's just coming down to fitting him in the package, but still, he just looks a little underwhelming when compared to the other characters, especially if you put him next to Todoroki. So this is one of the older McFarlane toys, so before they kind of got their act together when it came to the My Hero line. So they might have come out with an improved one, but I doubt that the scale is different. And just, he looks so large compared to Endeavor. Endeavor should be towering over him, like imposing, you know, but they're more or less on the same plane here. Their heights are just too similar. So I also have Tenya and Mirio to open up, so it'll be interesting to see how they compare to Endeavor. I just think he's a little underwhelming when compared to the other characters, but if you take them away, he looks great. I mean, he looks great no matter what. He definitely has a presence that's just kind of erased when you put the other characters next to him, but maybe that's just me. So I know this was a short one. He's a little limited on articulation, limited on accessories for sure, so it was a little bit short, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Likes and subscribes are very much appreciated, comments are more than welcome, and I will see you guys on the next one.